So you've read all that advice on how to smash it in online dating, but have you ever noticed that it never matches up with what actually happens when you go out with someone? Because everyone assumes that you want to make this guy attracted to you. But 75% of the time, maybe more, you don't really like the guy and you don't want it to go any further. But you stick out on this date because you agreed to it and you don't want to seem rude. You feel like you should give this guy a chance. Maybe he's better than he seems. Ladies, sticking it out on bad dates is actually hurting your chances at love because those depressing experiences discourage you, dishearten you, and can even put you off online dating for good. Hi, I'm Amy Waterman. I am a love expert here at yourbrilliance.com, and I am so glad you're here. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure to say hi in the comments. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing why it's so important to get out of a bad date and the exit strategy you need before going in. I have been on some really bad dates in my time. Like the guy who, from the minute you see him, has this scowl on his face. Or the guy who thinks he's hot stuff and doesn't even notice you except as a mirror to his cleverness. Or the guy with a chip on his shoulder who thinks that all women are out to scam him. And what do? Right? I paste a smile on my face and I make the best of it and I count down the minutes until it's over. That is what we're trained to do as women. Be polite, tolerate it, and just be grateful when it's over. But it's killing us because with every bad date, we're just getting more and more beat down. One time I met such a jerk that I ended up pulling down my online dating profile. I couldn't even go on it without getting this horrible feeling in my gut. And this guy had seemed so nice until I actually met him. How many more snakes in sharp clothing were out there? And that's the danger of bad dates because online dating stops feeling like this safe place to have fun and make connections. And it starts feeling like a slippery slope to being used and abused. Now, in our normal everyday life, we don't let people comment on our appearance or make rude comments or reduce us to sex objects. That's not respectful. But the minute we hop on a dating app, it's like we're allowing guys to do that to us. And no matter how careful we are, we can get swept up by a guy who says all the right things, only to be nothing like that in person. Now, in my experience, I found that the guys who are most enthusiastic online, like the ones really pushing to meet, are the biggest shapeshifters. It's like they have their online game down, but once they have you in person, they can't be bothered to make conversation or pretend that they like you. And it messes with your head. It makes you feel powerless, like you can't even make good choices. So what can you do to keep from being discouraged? Well, you can start by ending those bad dates yourself. You don't have to sit with this guy for half an hour feeling uncomfortable and trying to make awkward conversation. You can just say, "It's been so nice meeting you, but I sense we're not clicking, are we?" This online dating thing is not easy, and I really hope you meet someone great. And then you get up and you smile and you say goodbye. So why don't more of us do this? I think it's because of fear. We're afraid how he's going to react. We've all been on the receiving end of a guy who feels entitled, and he is a stranger. And yes, we are in a public space, but that does not mean he won't react with anger or aggression. You still have to walk out of that venue and get to your car or public transport. And who knows if he's going to follow you, right? Or if he has your phone number, who knows what kinds of nasty texts you're going to start getting. That kind of fear is visceral. No wonder most of us find it easier to put up with a bad date until it's over. But do you notice what that does to us? It puts us in this powerless place. It makes us feel helpless, all of which poisons our online dating experience. How different would you feel if you knew that you had the courage and confidence to stand up and wish a bad date goodbye anytime you like? If you knew that you didn't have to put up with anyone's bad behavior, if this guy has a chip on his shoulder, if he's not even trying, then you just get up and say, "It's been so nice meeting you, but I've got to run. I wish you the best of luck on this dating thing. It's really hard. And then if you think he might be the vindictive type, you block his number and you block him on the dating app. Because that's one of the other horrible things about meeting a jerk. They just can't let things go. So if you end up tripping this guy's ego, he will use any form of online communication open to him to come down on you and try and crush you. That's why I always recommend that you avoid exchanging social media information or even your phone number if possible until after you've met in person. You can do your initial communication over the app. And the app gives you some protection against those unwanted pictures or hostile comments because you can report them. And doing that's going to help other women on the site stay safe too. It can be really confusing to have a bad experience with a guy that you enjoyed so much online. Your online communication was great. Why was it so awkward and difficult in person? Well, remember that we all wear a persona online. And players have an amazing online persona. But the truth of him is that man you met face to face. So that's who he really is. The guy he presented himself to be online was just a myth, which is all the more reason to meet up ASAP so that you don't fall for someone who doesn't even exist. So don't be afraid to meet up right away. You know, it's not such a huge commitment when you know that you can pull the plug whenever you want. So I challenge you to start ending dates. Be the one to end the date at least half the time. And if you want to warm up to this, start by ending dates with the good guys. It won't put him off if you leave him wanting more. You can say that you really enjoyed your time with him, but you got to run and you really hope you'll see him again. Ending dates remind you that you have the power. You don't have to let online dating happen to you. You can take the reins, you can enforce your boundaries, and you don't have to apologize. Take really, really good care of yourself, and I will see you next time.